mate whose name was Jan, but it was pronounced Jean.
Yeah, you can call me that if you want.
Jean.
Makes me sound Italian.
It sounds French.
He was Italian.
So today we've got Oliver. He's going to tell us a little bit about his tractor. He's had a Fergie for, how long have you had it for now?
Maybe about 3 months.
About 3 months. It's his first Ferguson that he wanted. He's always wanted one as a kid. So what year is it?
So I was told it were in 1948, and that were wrong. It was actually 1949 when I got all the details back.
So was it road registered when you got it or not, or did you have to apply
No,
for
so I actually thought it was road registered when I first bought it, because it's been restored at some point. And up back at Diff, they usually paint the veg plate, don't they?
Yeah, and someone on engineer as well as some details. Did you have to give them as well?
Yeah, so because I thought it was road registered because there was like some black paint under the grey.
Oh,
when
yeah,
I started peeling it away, it was green. So it turned out it never been road registered. Got in touch with, I think it's Bob Wood at
Ferguson Club.
Friends Ferguson it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, because it's Ferguson Club as well, isn't there?
They did mine for me. They only charged me about 70 quid, and they give you details obviously off this VIN plate here.
Yeah, and off engine number.
And off engine number, then they give me a registration then. Because I've just noticed your reg TXS.
Yeah,
is
so
the same as on one of mine lots.
So that's like the age related.
Oh, is it?
DVLA give you, yeah.
All right, well I didn't know that. Mine's the same.
I can only guess it because that's 409, isn't it? What's this at 876?
876.
So I think they'll give it TXS, and then the number underneath is
right.
like the number that they give to the TXSs, and then obviously that'll reach a certain number.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then they'll start with another 3 numbers.
Oh, is that how it works?
I think so, yeah.
So this here is obviously paraffin and petrol, same as one that we've got over there. Well, the reason you got that, or just because that's what it was when you got it?
It were all a budget thing really, because the diesels are quite dear, aren't they, compared to petrols. And it just popped up cheap. It were about 300 quid, found it on Facebook.
Did you?
And I thought, I'm having it.
It's reasonable price that though, isn't it? You know, because they're shooting up in value out there now.
Yeah, there's a lot of bodge jobs as well. And this, obviously it's been restored, but it's been done properly at some point.
Yeah.
But it's been parked up for a while, so it started going the wrong way again. It's
because it all looks quite original, don't you? You've obviously put this on. This is new, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's dynamo would have been on 6 volt, wouldn't it?
I'm not sure. So what do you mean with that? What's the difference? Because obviously the
so
one
originally it'll be on 6 volt and it'll run on dynamo. This has been changed to the 12 volt system now.
So what's the reason you do that then?
It's a better charger system, really.
All right.
Well, as I say that, the dynamos were always pretty good and they've probably lasted a long time, but this is the way things have gone out with the alternator.
Have you changed oil or anything like that? Filter?
I had touched it.
I was surprised how they work. It's mad, isn't it?
Oh, in the air filter?
Yeah,
so it goes down. They say that the whatever crap goes down there gets caught in the oil.
Yeah, it's an old school way of doing it.
Goes back up through down into carb.
Is your plans to maybe shop blast it down and get it painted up, or do you like how it looks?
Yeah, that's the plan. So I'm just going to use it for a little bit until I get spare time to strip it and do it up.
Obviously, you could do a lot of that stuff at work, I suppose, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a decent setup at my house, like, so I'll end up doing it at home, yeah.
It's good when job you're in, obviously, you're a mechanic, you can get to, like, you've just been helping me with mine now, because you'll probably find out a bit later on when I do a video that's broken down. He just told me straight away that it's an airlock and how to resolve that problem, but with this here, you can fix anything, can't you, you know?
Yeah, within reason. Try my best. But yeah, well.
What's your missus say about you having it? Does she think you're mad?
She does, yeah.
It's funny, isn't it, how many people think you're an idiot?
Yeah, she told me if a tractor came up driveway, she'd leave me.
So
that happened. Thank God.
Does all your temperature gauges and all that work on this?
So yeah, temperature gauge is all right. Oil pressure, it's the highest I've ever seen it today because it's quite cold today, isn't it? So the oil's a bit thicker, but I took it out the other day. I didn't have much oil pressure to start with, and I'd done 17 mile on it, and it had no oil pressure whatsoever. But it obviously had some, otherwise
What, just on your own then? Just out 17 mile by yourself?
Yeah, so our mutual friend Nick, I went down to Snaith the other day, last weekend, and I heard him coming up behind me because he got that Clio on it.
Yeah.
And he met me up there with one of his other mates, Matty. You might know Matty Rhodes.
What, has he got one or not?
No, he's into all this sort of stuff, cars and that. But
it's funny how many people laugh at you, though, isn't it? Yeah. You know, and like.
So I drove it to Snaith, and I says, "Hey, you jump on it, have a go." So
quite relaxing though, isn't it? Driving on road.
Yeah, like, it's well chilled out. Yeah.
On a day like today, going out and doing a little bit of.
I mean, I've got bikes as well, and I take bike out, do silly speeds, and then jump on this. It is a bit slow, but it's chilled out.
It is, yeah. I think that's one of the reasons I like it. You can go for a drive somewhere. and you're only doing like 10 mile an hour, but it might take you an hour to get there, but there's no rush to get there, is there? So, but like you say, there'll be a lot of these like that out there that's quite original looking, that just someone can either renovate them or leave them as they are. You know, does all your PTO shaft everything work on
it? Does, yeah. It stays up as well. I can leave it parked in garage for maybe a week.
All right.
And it doesn't drop. Which I know a lot of people say if you leave them after some time, they do drop down. Like.
Because there ain't much oil on it, is it? Normally you see them with quite a lot of oil, don't you, in places? But do you like running that oil running from here and stuff? But
I have got a leak coming off bell housing. I know what crank seal wants doing. That's leaking on top. Yeah. And the input shaft seal coming out of the gearbox, that's leaking.
Because under here, I didn't know this, but there's like an hole and then a pin that drops down like that, isn't there?
Yeah, it's like a telltale hole, tells you.
I can't believe that's what they'd use to seal an hole up.
Yeah.
Because I thought that someone had bodged it, so I thought, oh, I'll put silicone around that to try and stop it leaking.
Yeah.
But I realised that someone said, oh no, it is meant to drip out of there, isn't it?
Well, when it's leaking, at least you know there's oil in it.
Yeah. There's a lot to take on, and where do you start? If you're going to renovate this, what is the first job you're going to do?
So, what I'm going to do is make sure everything's working properly first, make sure I sort all leaks out. And then the plan is to shot blast it. I've restored things in the past. The way I've been told that these were done originally is you basically build them up as a whole without the wheels on and just paint them as it is.
Yeah, just
together.
like a freestanding.
Yeah, rather than just painting bits individually, like you might paint the engine, gearbox, diff, and then put it all together. But yeah, apparently that's how they did them originally.
So that's obviously why everything's painted. Everything on them, everything you see is painted. Isn't it?
Yeah, nuts and bolts, everything, the lot.
Have you got a shot blaster then? Is that what you're
I haven't, no, so...
I know someone who has.
Have you? Oh, that might be
that's what I did with mine. It was very similar condition to this. So I pulled it in garden and just started shot blasting it. Yeah. And it's surprising how clean things come up, you know. And then I just painted it, but...
So, well, that's the plan. I either take it somewhere to get shot blasted, or I'll hire one.
I'll borrow mine.
I'll borrow yours and do it on the driveway.
Are you going to do it fully grey? Because some people
I'd
change
like
the
to,
colours, don't they?
Try and keep it original, yeah. Yeah, I've seen some people doing with different coloured bonnets, yellow. But I don't know, I was told, because on the other side it's got a yellow wheel.
Alright, so
and then on the dash panel, and on back at diff,
there's a little bit of yellow
green.
There and there, isn't there? Like
on radiator cowling. And then if you look on dash here, there's a bit of green. I've been told that some ex-council tractors were different colours. So this could either be an ex-council, but I was also told that some of the ex-military ones had yellow wheels with and everything else were green. So it could be ex-military. So
if you start shot blasting it, you'll probably find some colours on it. I did see one at a show at Scampton Hall, and that were all green. He says that were an ex-council one.
Yeah, I think that they had yellow, green, red for different counties, like so.
Yeah, so that you start there, a bit of shot blasting, liquor paint, and it'll be ready for next summer.
Yeah.
So if any of you do want to keep an eye on this, every time he does something, I'll try and get him to record it, or I might even bob through and record it. Then you'll obviously see his step on how it's going to look. And eventually by next summer, it'll be gleaming in showroom condition. Is it going to be for sale though? Are you going to get anything else? Or?
Oh no, I'm keeping this.
So it's one that you're going to keep,
it's my first one, so I've got to keep it.
So thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down. If you don't care, just don't leave a comment at all. And keep an eye out on this channel for the weekly tractor videos and other things.